News from our nation's capital. A clear path is in sight tonight to end the government shutdown. Now in its 40th day, a group of moderate Senate Democrats and one independent agreed to proceed without a guaranteed extension of the health care subsidies.
The motion upon reconsideration is agreed to.
The agreement includes back pay for federal workers and a mid-December vote on health care tax credits. It doesn't guarantee their extension, leaving many Democrats frustrated. Final passage could still take days. Will an end to the government shutdown save Thanksgiving travel? Today, more than 2,000 flights across the country were canceled, with the transportation secretary saying the trouble is far from over. Fox 11's Haley Winslow at LAX with more.
The FAA's order to cut flights creating quite a bit of turbulence to air travel across the nation, including right here at LAX. And unless it's resolved soon, the peak holiday rush will slow to a trickle.
As someone who travels a lot, I definitely have been checking the news way more than I usually am about the flight delays and just making sure that there are people working at air traffic control, which I never thought I'd ask that question of, is there someone at work today?
On Fox News Sunday, Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy warns of massive disruption to air travel during the nation's peak holiday rush.
And I think we have to be honest about where this is going. It doesn't get better. It gets worse until these air traffic controllers are going to be paid.
Bad news for LAX, one of the busiest airports on the globe.
They need to bring back the government, for sure. They need to get it back going, this shutdown. It got everybody acting crazy at the airports.
It's a shame that we can't seem to get this figured out. This is an important part of, what makes this country great and what keeps our economy going, and we're not doing ourselves any favors.
The Transportation Secretary says the FAA safety team recommended cutting flights at LAX, Ontario, and other major hubs after too many safety complaints.
Airplanes are in the sky. They're becoming too close to each other. They're breaching that safety distance. We also see more complaints from pilots that are saying, hey, I'm getting a lack of responsiveness from the controller, or the controller seems stressed, or they're not using the right language that controllers are supposed to use.
The possible backup plan? Calling in the military.
I had a text from Secretary of War Pete Hegseth yesterday, who's made an offer that he has air traffic controllers in the reserves. If we could deploy them, and I don't know that we can, we got to see what airspaces they worked in, but he'll step in and try to provide some relief in the skies.
TSA agents are also impacted by the shutdown, heightening passenger safety concerns.
I'm a little more anxious than usual.
The FAA is increasing flight cuts. The current order is a 4% reduction in air travel, which today equates to a few thousand flights canceled across the nation. That's expected to rise to 10% by Friday and up to 20% by Thanksgiving if the madness continues. At LAX, I'm Haley Winslow, Fox 11 News.
Meantime, millions face uncertainty as food stamp benefits are cut. The USDA has ordered states to stop issuing full food aid benefits after a Supreme Court ruling paused a lower court's decision. States must also reverse any steps taken to provide full November payments. The directive issued Saturday warns of serious consequences for non-compliance. All right, we're going to turn now to meteorologist Star Harvey, find out about your work week, find out whether or not we continue with this kind of mini heat wave.
It is a mini heat wave, or at least it feels like that. LA, we did have our temperatures yesterday, but also today come in the 80s. And as we do head into tomorrow, we're still expecting the heat to be in place as high pressure is really just commanding our weather pattern right now. We also are seeing that buildup of cloud cover out across the area. Drew in our satellite here closer so that you can see it building across not just Oxnard, the Ventura County area, but also through portions of the LA area, surely into Malibu and some of our LA coastline as well. As far as our temperatures go, we're in the 50s as well as the 60s. We do have a few 30s out in our mountains, and our low deserts temperatures in the upper 70s for you. Shifting gears to tonight, temperatures will be a tad bit higher than what we did have for yesterday's lows. That is going to place us in the 50s as well as the 60s, 40s across portions of the Antelope Valley, but also near that I-5 corridor, moving up toward the Fraser Park area. Winds earlier this afternoon, quite gusty across some of the area. We've seen things calm down as we progress further into this evening. Right now, winds about 3 to 5 miles per hour. Here's a look at how we are expecting to get our Monday started with plenty of sunshine in place. Some of that patchy, dense fog that some of us will get overnight into tomorrow morning will have let up. Sunshine in place. Temperatures in that 8 o'clock hour in the 60s will be growing to the 80s by late morning, early afternoon. We are expecting to top off in the upper 80s to low 90s for the LA area tomorrow. We will see some of those clouds filtering in later in the afternoon, so it'll make for partly cloudy conditions out there. Now, we do have some wet weather on the way. It is due to arrive during the latter half of this upcoming week. I plan to give you the detail and the timing on that, plus your 7-day forecast coming up. For now, Susan, back to you.
Star. Happening tomorrow, the U.S. Marine Corps turns 250. On November 10th, 1775, John Adams drafted the resolution that created the Continental Marines. Now, states across the country are celebrating this milestone in unique ways. The U.S. Mint has even released a special commemorative coin to honor the Marines' legacy. Today, more than 200,000 active duty and reserve Marines proudly serve our nation.